Island. One student told the Korean news network, YTN, that he heard a loud bump before the ship started to sink. Shortly after the ship issued a distress call, helicopters and boats, including a ship from the U.S. Navy's 7th Fleet, scrambled to assist the overturned vessel, rushing to rescue the frightened passengers clinging to railings, waiting for help. These 2 passengers were lifted to safety in a helicopter basket, while dozens of others were pulled out of the frigid water by rescue boats. One passenger told YTN that they were told to jump into the sea as the ship began to sink. Within hours, the ship was almost completely submerged. Only a small portion of the hull was visible above the water. The weather was clear at the time, and authorities are still not clear on what caused the catastrophe. And that is the big mystery, because this is a pretty busy sea route, so any rocks or obstacles should have been very well charted. Now, many of the students actually lost their cell phones in the ocean, so they had to borrow cell phones from rescuers to call their parents. Now, the parents of the students, still unaccounted for, have gone down to that port city near the accident. And still, Chris, as you can imagine, just being torn apart, waiting for word on what has happened to their child.
All right, Pauline, thank you very much. The bump, again, it could have been a lot of things that happened on board. We mentioned the U.S. Navy is joining the search and rescue operations. With us on the phone is Lieutenant Arlo Abramson. He's the public affairs officer for the U.S. Naval Forces in South Korea. It's great to have you with us. What do we understand? We're hearing that these reports of a bump, and then they were told immediately to jump into the water. That's unusual. What's the best guess right now as to what the situations were on board?
Hi, good morning, Chris. Thanks for having me. First, I want to say that our thoughts and our prayers go out to the passengers of the Korean ship, the Sewol, that sunk today. This is a terrible tragedy, and our hearts go out to the families of this unfortunate incident.
No, a point well taken, Lieutenant. And as we discuss what's actually still ongoing out there, what's the best sense so far of what the situation was?
Well, we're still trying to find out that ourselves. We have the USS Bonhomme Richard, which is a amphibious assault ship, and the ship is operating in the vicinity of the waters near where the ferry sunk, and we are on standby awaiting requests from the Republic of Korea government to support. And the crew is ready to support as requested and as needed by the Republic of Korea government.
So far, they haven't asked you guys to do anything?
No, sir. We have not. At this time, we are still awaiting the request from the ROC government to assist. But we are standing by, and we are ready to support as required.
As you well know, there are often a lot of air pockets in a vessel like this that still has a little bit of its nose up there on the bow side. Do you guys have the capabilities to get under there, the 50 or 60 feet or so that you'll need to get inside that vessel if there's an opportunity?
Well, the USS Bonhomme Richard is equipped with the MB-22 Osprey, as well as search and rescue helicopters, the MH-60 helicopter. And we do have that ship does have the ability to provide small boats and divers on the scene if that was requested by the ROC government.
Best information so far, do you believe that the 300 unaccounted for, is that still the number, or do you think one of the reasons South Korea is not asking for your help is because they have accounted for everybody?
Well, I don't think they've accounted for everybody yet. I think I wanted to say that the Republic of Korea has done a great job in their rescue efforts thus far, and they arrived on the scene quickly and have been working tirelessly to locate the missing passengers, so they're doing a superb job. And our forces, we've been in touch with the on-scene commander, and our forces are ready to support if requested, and we are in the vicinity of the area and prepared to support.
What's the latest word on how much of the vessel is still above water, if any?
Yeah, that I can't tell you. I'm here in Seoul, and the Republic of Korea government, the Ministry of National Defense, could probably provide you a better answer on that. With regards to the vessel and how much has been sunk.
Well, so best hope against hope right now is that they are using divers to get under there because people could be in air pockets, right? That would be the best hope.
Yeah, that's our understanding, and like I said, we're standing by, and we've been in touch with the on-scene commander on the scene and we're prepared to assist as necessary.
And it's also important, it had to be a very fast response because the sea there, the Yellow Sea, very cold, and people were describing the conditions as they jumped in. Unusual to be told to immediately abandon ship that way, so to get there quickly enough to rescue them is no small effort. Thank you for the update, Lieutenant, and let us know if you guys are brought officially into the search, and we'll stay on top of this story. Thank you for joining us, Lieutenant.
Well, thank you, Chris.